A lot of people say to me, what is the Koryu Kyudokan, right? And the way I describe it is simple. It's not a style, right? We're completely up to the style free. If I see something and I think it's good, I will incorporate it in what we do.
Yeah, and I see that. Because I've seen you have Koryu influence, which you and Mawashi Uke, which is one you shot.
Yeah. From anywhere. We're completely style free. So what the Koryu Kyudokan is, of course, what it means is Koryu is just the old ways, or the ancient ways. And the Kyudokan just simply means the building that you train, right?
No.
So if you see, this is the building that we train the old way.
The old way, yeah.
But the methodology to it is, I'm trying to create a methodology as to how to train. I'm not trying to create a style, far from it. What I'm trying to create is a way to train. A completely open-minded, out the box doesn't exist, way of absorbing as many things as you can. I said this the other week, but we look back on the old masters, right? And it'd probably be quite controversial this, but when we look back on Motobu Choke, Chosen Chibana, all these kind of people, as modern sensei, we should be 10 times better than them.
Yes, in theory, yeah.
Yeah, because they had 1 or 2 sources of information.
Yeah.
We have got
thousands.
So if you, people laugh when I tell them, I mean, I don't watch TV at all. I haven't done for, I can't remember.
I think that's very admirable, to be honest with you. Don't laugh.
All I do is, I work, and then I study, then I train.
Yeah.
Because it's what I want.
Yeah.
So, my knowledge is vast, not because I'm anything special, because I study.
You put the effort.
Yeah.
Put the work in.
So, that is available to this modern day and age. When I started off in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, there was very few books. And if you saw a book in a martial arts shop, you didn't know what you was getting.
No.
And they usually do this and do that books, and they certainly weren't delving deep for it. With the internet,
yeah, and especially with YouTube and the likes of that.
Yeah.
Interesting one that you can see the rubbish stuff as well.
Yes.
As you can see through good stuff as well.
This is what this means. A true martial scholar should be that. You should be studious. Yeah. You should study for every single line. And today, there's only one reason you don't study, and it's because you're lazy. Right? So, you simply don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And if you're a sensei, that is, to me, it's probably one of the worst abominations of being a sensei. If you do not study and you just keep teaching the same stuff you've done for years and years and years, then all you're doing there is you're stagnating, and you're also stagnating your students too.
Yeah.
There's another term, a Japanese term called gear, which means obligation. Right? Yeah. So as a sensei, it's my obligation to teach you what you need.
Yeah.
Right? I've never been one for teaching a class what I want them to do. Right? I teach them. The way I do it, as I said, I do not teach a class. I teach individuals in a class environment. So everyone's journey is different, right? So yes, I've got students who you can see every week they're progressing. What we've done the previous week, we've been practicing, you can see. So the next time we come to something in the kata, you can tell they've worked on it. Others have jobs, shift patterns, like that, they don't work as much.
Yeah.
But it's their obligation. And so it's my obligation to continue their journey correctly. It's their obligation to train it. So even in this dojo, right? So if they do every class, they do 6 hours a week, right? That's not enough. That's not even a third of what you need to progress. right? So Saturday afternoons I do a little training, just me, right? So generally during the week, I'll be here for like 6. I do an hour's training and then I teach for 2 hours, right? Each class, 2 times a week. Then Saturdays, I come and Saturdays just me. So what I do is, I will do 100 each hand, a kata. 100 each hand, kata. 100 each hand, kata. And that's my training. It takes about 2.5 hours to go through all the kata and thing. But I don't just, I always start off, even though I've done Makoa since I was about 12, I think, right? I always start off very basic. Then by the end of it, I'm kind of
You're gonna get hit by this. No.
you know, so it's by strikes. And then of course you go on the iron palm bag and the straw and things like this because you need to work. Yeah, these are the tools that you need to be able to strike heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Not so much conditioning.
No, but like dropping your weight.
Yeah, but not dropping your weight or having your weight dropped.
Okay.
It's the same.
Not dropping your weight, but having your weight dropped. Something to remember.
Right. So not this. No. This is like this.
Yeah.
No. Already. So Gamaku, yeah?
Yeah.
Already Gamaku.
Oof. Yeah. See. Wow. Yeah. You can hear it. You can hear the pitch change. Yeah.
So,
I feel that.
Gamaku, so already connected. One of the things that Sensei Koryu used to say to me was, what's the first move in kata? And you go, don't know, yoi? What is yoi? And he never used to say yoi, he used to always say ichimonji. And that ichimonji means it's your first preparatory action, you should be ready to go. No. Sensei goes, ichi. It should already be ichi immediately. It's like somebody being in the blocks, sprinter, and they go. So it's like this is a sprinter doing kata, yeah. On your marks, get set, boom. Last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when we were doing Aichi, one of the techniques is at the end of the kata when it does this, yeah. And we did this similar kind of thing here, but now I use this here, okay, so that's a break. Because I've ended up with this limb. For whatever reason, I said you're going to grab my face, I end up with this here. This is a gift, okay? When we talk about tuide or tuite, breaking the joints, we don't, in the Okinawan systems, it's never meant to lock joints. This is what's called china, quina, yeah? This is like a padasa and a resting guard. In the kata, katas of all circular, the idea is to destroy that limb. And I don't kind of go, because no one's going to let you give it. When I've been gifted a limb, so for example, just to grab my face, now I've been gifted that limb, so there's techniques within kata, like at the end of Naienchi, where I break. But we do exactly like the kata, I step. Try more step. You understand? So that's my attack. That would be my attack there. Very silly of me to go, let that go because I want to punch him. I've been gifted that if I end up with that limb, for whatever reason, try to grab it and end up with this limb, use it. So my initial attack will be a snap, and then I'll attack. Pre-pandemic, my studies are about 2 years in front of what I teach. Right? Now it's a bit more. What I took during the pandemic, I just thought, well, we can't have classes, so I just came here and trained. So I took that time to train on me. So really, I was still here every class. I was still here, as all the classes were on, but I was on my own.
And did you notice physically within yourself a change?
Yes. Yeah, they'll tell you. Pre-pandemic, my shot rate was good. After now, You know, it's
with the broken impact. Is it that it's got? You can see it's broken out in the middle.
But it's that. It should be that. You know, if you're like Sensei used to say, you need a ladder on your back. And very often my guys will say to me, I'll show them something in kata, certainly now first 5 kata, and I'll show them something and they'll go, well, you've changed that. And I'll say, yeah, because I feel this is better. Or I'll say to them, no, I haven't changed it, but this time with this kata, I'm working on Tigo. So, you know, like I said, so maybe the previous time we did the 5th kata, we maybe did it like this, which is simultaneously moving, striking, blocking. Last time we did it, I'm going. So now you're getting, well, why we changed? It hasn't changed. This time we're working on T-dum. You know? So I constantly, certainly our first 5 kata, this is why you'll notice the names are different on them. Right? So those names don't exist as kata. Right? So what they are is, so Tiche in Uchi Noguchi just means 1. Tachi is 2.
Right.
So on and so on. So the first 5 kata, which could be Hihan katas, I have changed them to suit our needs. So those first 5 what I class as our training kata, they are ours. If I did them, you could possibly say, well, that kind of looks like this, it kind of looks like that. Right? So
what language did you say? It was
Uchi Noguchi. So this is Okinawan dialect.
Right, that's one thing I didn't know. I'm not that great in the history of it. I like to, as I say,
well, that was
the reps in.
That was another thing. So in the 80s, you remember a program called Wave the Warrior?
Vaguely,
And they went all around the world, different martial arts, and they interviewed all the masters. So there was one on karate, and they interviewed Kuan Sensei, right, in his home. And he said, as part of the interview, this was about 87, I think, maybe a bit later. And he said that there was a language, an Okinawan language called Uchi, that there is terms in the Okinawan dialect that describe karate techniques that without that language, though they've gone, and they don't exist in techniques, they don't exist. So as like, what was I, like 16, 17 years old, I'm like, oh, what, there's a secret language?
You need to learn.
So then I set out to learn it. Do you understand, once you're in that environment that was only on, it's very hard for me to hit him. But what this boxer doesn't know is that I know Nancy kata. I have Nancy in my arsenal. That's what this is. Close up. Okay? This is what this Nancy kata is all here. It isn't here. It isn't here. It's when that dead space has been taken by him or by me. And it's right in your face, it comes right in, and you're into this position. You're almost vertically grappling. Okay? Yeah, this kind of thing. You're into here. Close quarter. Okay, well, we've got it. Okay? He's holding on, he's this close because things start fat, isn't it? Okay? That's why when you look at the kata, you've got 5 and then 5. Right smack bang in the middle is an answer. Why? Because it's not a grappling kata. It's an anti-grappling kata. So when you get to that table of range, you've done whatever you've done, and you've got all of a sudden you're here, you need something for this. The rest of the katas deal with everything from here. That's how. I answer you in that space that you've got.
So something that came to mind as you were talking, it seemed to me the ethos of the Koryu Kyudokan is, as you say, it's not a style, it's a way of training. It seems to me that's similar to what Jeet Kune Do is meant to be. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't go along with that.
But following on from that then, think it makes me feel like Jeet Kune Do has ended up being the style.
Yes.
And anyone who knows their stuff knows it was not meant to be.
Exactly.
So how would you stop something like that happening?
You know, students. They know, like for example, so when this dojo's been formulated, right? Because like I say, it's not for profit. So every single penny that we get, either from training, seminars away, whatever, every penny goes into it. The idea being, when my time is up, I will use my Uchideshi. It's his turn to take the dojo over. Everybody knows this. And then I always press into him, now, which is happening now, it's his version of what we do that will go forward. Yes, I still want that in an ego way. When I'm gone, well, Sensei used to say this, Sensei. Yes, of course you want that, because you want to instill that longevity in your students.
That history, that sense of history. Yeah. And also that is the kind of stuff that makes you well up afterwards.
You know, but the Koryu Kyudokan needs, and I've said this to him many, many times, it has not to become a style. It's not going to die with me, and it's not going to become a style. It's got to become what it is, what it's intended to be. And it's very simple. It's an ideology and a methodology about to train, how to train. And with a completely open mind and source from everything. You know, for the last 10 years, maybe 15 years, majority of my study source, apart from the Okinawan stuff, has been white crane, feeding crane, whooping crane, and I've gone down that route with it more because that's the source of most of karate anyway. You know, when it got amalgamated with the indigenous tea of Okinawa. But so I've gone that way, and what I found more going that way is more with the power generation.
Yeah.
So you know, how to keep that flow rate in the movement, but that relates to power.
Yeah. As you say, if you're self-defense, you're gonna have to hit someone. It's core. It's fundamental to self-defense.
I mean, I've had it before. I mean, I'm known for my power.
Yeah.
Right. Small guy, I can hit like a rhino kind of thing.
Oh.
It's not a gift. It's something
I'll train.
Yeah. I'll never ever say, "Oh, what do you mean?" Because I want it.
Yeah.
And but I've had people say to me, "How much power do you actually need?" I said, "Oh no, I'm not reached that yet." You know, we can use them. I can use that foam pad, and I can explain to you the difference between being hit, put on your body, over it, right? So this is me hitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same hit, when I'm going to use nunchuck, I'm going to put it inside. There you go. Right? Feel it. Put weight to that, gaku.
Yeah.
Feel the weight?
Yeah.
Routine you already do it, but I want the shock weight, so I need to add to that a little bit of movement. Get a breath, hot breath, yeah? So I go,
yeah.
Now, the impact's the same. What does it feel like inside?
Yeah, you can feel it go inside it.
Yeah.
I've felt it before, and again, so it's from Shihan Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what it's meant to be. Don't forget the origin of it, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, Okinawan, whichever. Generally, people in the East are smaller in stature.
Yeah. And
the idea was to deal with these big Westerns.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can certainly do that with this sort of power.
Yeah. So, but they can't do that muscularity. They're not strong enough.
And also the other thing is you can do that from here.
Yes.
You don't have to be like a boxer.
Well, sure, yeah. I can do that from
there.
Wow. That well, married today.
Yeah.
That close part, I understand the reality.
That was honestly one of the things that drew me to karate and martial arts in general, is when you hear that idea, they can do it from there. And you're like, oh wow. I mean, obviously I'm not at your level or anywhere even close, but I can still generate decent power from my karate training from a short distance.
Yeah.
So that's really...
Well, that's what it should be. To be fair, if you can move, so let's say you're not immobile, it's not bad hips, about back, then you impact things, whether that's with a glove or bag. I can teach somebody to punch the body in one session, in 1-2 hours. All you need is what Jack Dempsey's drop step. All you need is to be able to deliver and then go before your foot lands.
Right. Yeah.
I can teach that in 2 hours.
Critical mass.
Yeah. I can teach that in 2 hours and get anybody, as long as you can move, And you've got used to a bit of impact. I'm going to teach that to anyone.
But that's different to...
Yes, yeah. That's part of it. That's in every single category, that movement.
Yeah.
That Takai like delivering mass.
Yeah.
But the reality of that, if I can, yes, if me and you was arguing, that's the punch I would shoot. I would drive straight through your head with that.
Yeah.
But what we've done today, the reality is, if I had lost that range, for whatever reason, does it mean that I'm going to push you back to attain that range?
Yeah.
No. I told you, if you're untrained, you cannot hit me here.
No.
But I can hit me, you can hit me here. That's what it's all about. That's what the is about.
Yeah.
The is about me being able to hit you here. You can't do nothing. You're trying to push me away and get me off. I'm going to be striking you with such shockwave, and I'm going to deal with you, and you can't hit me. The knowledge and awareness is key, but ultimately, you're in a live situation, being able to hit hard is what's going to save your ass. And it doesn't sit for a lot of people, PC degree, it doesn't. What's the truth? I only tell the truth in here. If you cannot hit, when you hit something, it doesn't work, you are in the shit. We have a term in Wigan called a wasp out to the jam jar. What it means is like catching a wasp in a jam jar, and you've got it, right? And you do that, and when you let it out, what does it do? Oh, it attacks you, and it goes for it, doesn't it? So it's the same. If you hit someone and it doesn't drop them or doesn't dysfunction them, they're going to become the wasp out of the jam jar. They're going to attack you ferociously. You understand? Or, you know, imagine one of those big bull hornets. You know, in a jar, and you caught it in a jar, and you let it, it's going to come out and it's going to go, right. Isn't it? And we'll go on the next part of the kata. I'll show you the kata in its entirety. It's done on both sides. Okay, nice and slow. So we go here. We go 1, 2, 3. That's your first one. Second one comes to attack on the head, and I go up here, and I end up here. Third one is the motor bit off the back, which is the hook. Okay, what we do is directly from what you deal with it, what you do, wash it, okay, and we go this way. This way. Comes in, and I go one in the arm, one in the neck, okay, and then we'll do the attack. Then the third and fourth one is straight from Kushanku, which is irrelevant what he's doing. So at this point on the fourth one, he can do whatever the hell he wants. He can punch, grab, run, butt, kick, stab, doesn't matter. All I do from here as he comes in, he's in there. Straight from Kushanku. Yeah? This bit. Straight from here. Head down, so it's out the way, a bit of a hook coming over. Okay? So, in kind of a rule of thumb, it's my ears over my elbows are. And make this shape so anything kind of bounces off. But I'm not blocking with it, I'm not going. You know? It's not like looking at the moon on an Illuminati kind of thing. Right? It is me attacking. So the idea here is as soon as he moves, I just go and go straight in his nose, straight in his mouth. I'm not interested in what the attack is. As long as I'm controlling that dead space and dead time, it's irrelevant. But I get my head down exactly like Kushanku, so that if it does come over, it doesn't get me. You understand? Okay. So, could you say that's like the ultimate for your flinch, the best flinch ever? Because it's irrelevant. You know, if he throws a hook, boom. He goes to grab, goes to vault, goes to kick, doesn't matter. Our head just all the time. You got it? Right. So we just do the hook one, comes in, move. And what the idea is to have ballistic twist. This. So you're going from a 2-bone to a 1-bone. So you start with 2-bone block. This is your most powerful you've got. And then you turn it immediately. As soon as the impact hits, certainly in the neck, you go from a 2-bone to a 1-bone. And you do it instantaneous. Okay? So it comes this way, comes in, and go. Just like Avyukila, Soko-Kila, Untu-Yukya, that ballistic twist. Okay? But you need to go in. Send no set. You can't go. Why? Yeah. His intention, so his maximum power is about there. right? That's where I am when he wants to hit me. If my best is to stop it before he gains momentum, right? And from a striking point of view, if he goes to hit me and he misses and he preps and I go, big spot. If he goes to hit me and I go, because his whole body, mostly out and skeletal, is involved in this. So no protective going on. It's the same as that. So the best for me is to use send no send. I mean, you got it? And then what we do is we kind of pull down, but here, on. Just when that send going on from here. Okay? Got it? Perfect. How you got it? You're in there. So this stops it, this attacks. If you just move up after your ass, you're going to attack it straight. If I move in and out, so you do and normally I'm starting and it's down from where you is. Yeah. Choose. So that's the I'm saying I don't need to go. We can set go. Yeah. Even though this, we do this all. Okay, so we've had kind of like a quick introduction to the Mawashi Uke Kata. So what you've got to understand is, right in simple, so you need to train as to become second nature. Right? So you need to really work on understanding Mawashi Uke in general purpose rather than total is that flinch. So you need to add it to an understanding of the human body flinches. Okay, it's related to our sympathetic nervous system and what we see. Okay? But it needs to be seen in risk.
The other part of my question was, what's the legacy you want to leave? But I think you kind of answered that. You want to leave.
I want to leave this, and I want to. If it was a dream, right, I could eradicate dogma, and I could eradicate indoctrination, so that everybody thought for themselves and developed themselves, rather than under the umbrella of a major organisation or a major sign. I'm nothing wrong with major signs or organisations as long as they allow them to grow. But from my experience, when you've heard this, you might have that same experience I have, but they don't want you to grow. They don't want you to ask questions, they don't want you to develop, because it's their ego that keeps you down. You can't overtake me, you do overtake me.
Which is, when I started out, I said, the first time the student overtakes me, I'll be really happy.
Yeah, for what? I'll
be calling them for backup.
Like I said on the exam, they were coming out with stuff I can talk about. And that's fun. That's what, imagine, you've encouraged them enough to go away and not only study what you've taught them to do, but to do their own study and find stuff you've not heard.
Yeah.
But then we have a couple of WhatsApp groups, Kiko and things like this, and every day someone says, "Have you seen this?" They put like, "I've seen this, read this, watch this," and everybody has an interjection with it, and that's fantastic. And then every now and again something will come up, and then I'll say, "Oh yeah, I've been working on that," and they go, "Oh, can we do it?" "Yeah, we'll do it next week." So and stuff. Or sometimes there's been a couple of times where they've booked up, and I've said, "I haven't seen that. Where do you got that from?" For him to find something I haven't found is good. Yeah. It's rare, but it's good.
And then at some point you go, "Well, teach me."
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Fantastic.
Because peripheral vision is what works our flinch response. Okay, it's all to do with rods and cones in your eyes and we perceive motion. Okay, so understand that we need to work on initially is the flinch. We need to be in control of that space to be able to flinch effectively. Off that flinch, we can work then multiples, can be with some environment. Of course, always the best answer is if you see them going to attack, what's the best answer? Hard. Yeah, be preemptive. So, but we need to work on both principles. Like I used to always say all the time, I said, well, why don't we did this and he just got punched in the throat? So yeah, I know, but what about it? Punch him in the throat. Yeah, I know, but what about punching in the throat? Are you stupid? But that was his mentality, just straight in violence. But we've got to work on both sides. That we've not seen it. We're all human. You know, you could be in a crowded pub, restaurant, whatever, and there's noise, there's people, you don't see it coming, you're first, you look at it and where you flinch. So we need to work on that. This is why soldiers work on the flinch. Of course, in reality, you take the battle to them and there's no defensive action, it's all offensive, all of it, being proactive all the time. But we also work on the flinch just in case they get caught on the toes. You need to do the same. This is what Boo is. Boo means small war, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. By small war, what it means is it's like 1-on-1, 1-on-2, 1-on-3. It's not militaristic, it's not in vast numbers, this is different. Okay? This is what Boo is. Boo is small war. Boojin is like looking out for martial person who deals with war, violence.